Hi buddy, welcome back to Manor and Brass, episode 15 with me, Sid, and last episode we did a little bit of demonology, went into the demon realm, got some things, and I've got some stuff to show you on that. But before we start, I started playing around with some docks over here. This is a little bit monotonous. I am going to break it up. I'm going to have a few bits that go on the top, a few bits that go on the bottom. Might even pressure plates won't work because the trapdoors, if I do pressure plates, are just going to flap around all the time. But we'll probably put some slabs in, maybe, take them out. We'll break this up. But I want something that definitely looks dock-like. However, I did go out and I borrowed something. So I would like to set you to skip missing blocks, and let's set this off building. So yeah, I may have borrowed a boat from the villagers. I may go ahead and perhaps, just a little bit, I may borrow some more boats from villagers, because I've built boats before, and boats are a pain. They're a pain in more ways than one. Now, this is actually not a massive one. This is one of the medium-sized ones. So hopefully it doesn't look too small. But I wanted something, and obviously we'll build the docking around it. We'll put another dock in, and we'll just keep on going with these. I may put a few smaller vessels on the actual lake, skidding around the area. Bigger vessel on, I'm going to have a bigger dock on the little headland over there somehow. I haven't decided how yet, or exactly how far this will go. But I went out and just schematiced the boat, and then I basically took it. And apart from those blocks there, which probably should be just taken out properly. Make sure this is nice and dry. This should hopefully look okay, and we'll take the dock out to probably about there, so we'll have a good long thing. Now this is going to look a little bit odd just because the entire boat is under sail, which of course it wouldn't be if it were a dock unless it were just setting off. So we'll imagine it's just setting off, and there's your problem solved. Now this is the bit where boats become problematic in my experience. The sails, they're complicated. You want to give them that shape of a fabric, billowing and blowing as if it's got catching the wind and doing what a sail is supposed to do. But sails are supposed to be thin and billowy, and we have that basically. There's nothing much that we have that will make a sail look better, so yeah, we're kind of stuck with that one, I'm afraid. But it doesn't matter. We can always take the path of, I don't know, it's not getting dark, it's just me reacting strangely to it. Yeah, I can always take the path that we can take this and then add some improvements later. So for example, maybe some fencing about the place wouldn't look amiss. Of course, there's always a possibility for a cannon, because the schematic cannon is actually really cheap. The only thing is, I don't know how it would stack up, and it wouldn't certainly look right on this, but that's fine. Now the other thing, of course, is we need to light proof it, because this is not very well lit at the moment, so that is another thing. We'll probably need to put some glow lichen or something up the top there on the sail edges, just to, or carpet actually would make more sense on the sails, wouldn't it? Just to light proof those, and then we'll need to do something down here, but you know, this is all stuff we can do. This is all pretty straightforward. However, I don't want to spend an age building on this episode. I'm going to come back to a building episode, but right now I'm just trying to think how you would actually think. So we've got plenty of wool left over, and I don't have a lot of dirt, however. Do I have... I really should just carry a stack or 5 of dirt, shouldn't I? Doesn't matter, we can use you. And we can... Didn't use those, that's interesting. Right, let's get this sorted, shall we? Pop you there. And we shall... We'll have a lantern there. That covers us for this stuff. Have a lantern there, perhaps. What about back here? I think this is all okay. Of course, let me make sure. Yep, that seems fine. So the only thing I need to worry about is the tops of these blocks, because the last thing you want is when you think something explosive landing on your head. But that's easy to fix, so that should be relatively straightforward as well. I've probably not got enough carpet though. Yeah, did not bring enough carpet with me. Which was kind of stupid, because all I needed to do was bring the rest of the wool with me and we would have been fine. I mean, it's 40 of it, it's not like I'm shy. I can even bring that just for good measure. Don't know, that must have come off a different boat. Right, let's get back up the top there and finish this off. We'll do it from here, I think. Make myself 30 of you. Hup. And we'll play it safe, because you never know. Hup. I'd say parkour skills, but none of you will believe that I actually have any, so you've all watched me play Minecraft for far too long for me to be able to give that illusion, I'm afraid. However, I do need to go up and bring this back down, so I think we're okay on that side. So we've just got the front of the sail to do and the mast top. I got flags. Not like that I have. Yes, we do have white flags. Interesting. Purple flag would obviously be preferable, however. I don't think I've got any dye or anything about my personage, have I? No. Got me weak activation crystal. Not a great deal of use. And probably not a huge amount of things that give you purple dye. But those over there, look. Be back in a second. Alright, well, there are no doubt many ways in which I could improve this. I'm just looking at these straight away. A bit of rigging maybe running up the sides, either side. Coming into the edges here and changing some of these out for, or adding stair blocks. There's a goodly number of things we could do to improve this boat. I'm not going to worry too much about them. I just wanted to see what it really looked like with a boat in position, and I have to say that I am happy with it. I think borrowing one of those villager fleets and bringing it over and positioning it around the bay will go well. That flag looks a little bit pathetic given the size of it, but you know, there you go. Such is life, as they say. However, this is not the thrust of today's episode. Let me put that away, as well as that. This is all the stuff that's left over. I took down one of the little tiny boats, just to make sure I've got plenty of wool, because when I was chopping the sails down, I kept on dropping them in the water, and dolphins kept playing with the wool blocks. So yeah, anyway, I'll be back in a second. So, since last episode, I have now tidied up this area. This area, messied up this area. I think I did this on camera, but the bamboo's grown in. I've now finished up this building and worked in the surrounding terrain. And this building is a flower shop. Now, there is no flower shop villager. This is not going to be a shop that a villager would use, but it's got everything a villager would want in it. It's got a bed, actually. Let's give them a decent lantern as well. It's not like I'm short of them. Decent. We got a bit of a wardrobe. Don't know why that. If I put that in there, it is okay. Fine, but yeah, it's a flower shop, so lots of things. Flowers. And if I didn't have a really good storage system, I would use the village as my storage system. Over here I've just decorated this up nice and simple. This could be a villager's house. We could take that out, put the carpet in, and everything should be fine. And then over, let me just head over to, yeah, I'm liking that. I think get a few more boats in the harbour and we will be working good. Right, let's have packed. I should have gone downstairs. I want to recharge my Silk Touch ring. Don't desperately need my Silk Touch ring, but I still want to recharge it when it's over there. I can't even figure out where it is. There we go. Blob. And we shall come and take off my. That is invaluable when you're stripping down a boat. And then we can pop that back on again. Lovely. Oh, and I have a visitor upstairs. I've done a little bit of trading with him. He's a very suspicious looking character. I can't help but feel that I'm trading with the devil here. Trade offer, but this is the Red Merchant. Yeah. From Supplementaries. First time I've ever seen him, so. But given I'd just been to the Demon Realm and we had blood magic and everything, it just seemed real suspicious that I had this merchant turn up who was some kind of devil merchant. Anyway, let's quickly sleep the night off and we can go across to where I was working on the mainland, and go and see about some stuff. Now, I don't know how much of this stuff I will need. But, oh, hello, we've got some action on. Right, Spellbreaker, I have got no idea how tough he is to deal with. The Zombie I can handle no problem. But if I go after him, he will attack me. Because I'm allied with the Fae faction and no seal. Feel cheated. And then of course we've got Spidey down here who's doing largely nothing, but we'll kill it anyway because it's a spider. So I chunk loaded this area. I've had to replace the cows a few times because they died. Turns out growing this stuff here is actually not very conducive towards your animal's health. But we'll take those. That one's mature as well. You've got one. I even made some regen potions, but it's actually easier just to replace the cows, to be honest. I know that's a bit hard on old Bessie there, but that should be plenty. Hopefully it should be plenty. So what do we need? We need to make, well, we need to use this, and we need to use this in an ARC, alchemical reaction chamber. So I'm going to need some bits and pieces from my storeroom for starters to make one of those, and then we need to make the regression thing. Looks like a pair of shears. We need to make one of them, and then it has 32 uses, and that will allow me to make the... You're still here. Go away. Don't think you've got... I mean, everything else you've got I don't want. Maybe the blue bomb, but I don't want it. Go away. Shoo. Leave me alone. Right. So, alchemical reaction chamber. This thing requires some stone, a couple of blocks of iron and a furnace. Iron, a couple of blocks. Furnace, got plenty of those. I think I've got plenty of stone over there, so that's fine. And then when we use that, hang on, let me just go back in here. To make the actual blood, we need a sanguine reverter, which you make with a pair of shears, a slate, some iron and some stone, and a greater tartaric gem. So what did I say? Shears. Make a new pair. Can't remember what uses. Iron, that's the other one. Piece of iron. Okay, there you go. So let's head over to the blood altar, and in here I do need to get all of my other blood magic stuff out, because that's not blood magic, it just ended up there. And that needs to go into the correct spot, but I have got some of those already, and I've gone through the process of upgrading these. So these started off as lesser tartaric gems, which you fill up and use a certain amount of will to turn one of those into one of those. And that starts off like that, and you do that, you get a certain amount of will. So basically I just sat there and killed a lot of mobs I have put mending, smite for an unbreaking on my sentient sword because that's pretty much what I'm using to power the will. Now there is an issue here. If I do and take that, why? They normally pop off when you do that. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. So we need to make the alchemical reaction chamber, and to do that I need 2 imbued slates, for which I will need to do that. And what's my blood looking like? Not too bad, but I'm probably going to need to run this for a while. Got these ones running down here as well, so we've got a mature. I'm guessing that these chunks haven't been loaded much, although yeah, don't know, strange. Anyway, yeah, so I need to make these. That's a reinforced slate. I need to run the system for a little while, get some blood, so I'll be back in a mo. Alright, so that should be everything we need to make the alchemical reaction. Oh, we're missing the stone, and probably, which is the better one? I think it's magician's, isn't it? Get me 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's my weak blood orb. Put you over here for now. And let's make that. Now, that needs a home. And I am tempted to put that there, just because. So, alchemical reaction chamber, uses of, we take, oh, we need the hoofer, don't we? That's right, hang on. We need one of those, and that is, I need another imbued slate. Okay, fine, that's easy. Shears, that's a piece of stone and an imbued slate in there with a tartaric gem with a certain amount of life on it, and I think it was basically about 300. Now these both have 1024, so that should be more than adequate. Almost there. And then the other thing we will need is 28 runes. Now I can just put basic runes in for the for the meantime, but right, so one of them, and that. And do your thing. Doesn't actually use that much, but there's a reverter, which we shall pop in there. We shall take one. Doesn't require anything, so yeah, and we just get a weak blood shard. So I need 4 of those, I believe. 3. Didn't get any extras. Watch me get the extra on the one where I don't need it. Nope, okay. That's fine. So we can pop you away, and then we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and I think they just craft together. Oh, okay, I only need 1 of those. Well, that'll teach me to take notice of recipe ingredients, won't it? Let me pop those away, and then we can Hup. 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 And for last but by no means least, so that's ready. So now it's just the slates, and if I remember rightly, which I don't, because I'm going to have to look in the book, I don't think they're expensive at all. It's just the standard room back. Yeah, it's just blank slate, orb, and that. So let me grab a whole load of stone. Let me grab, what did I say, 28. Gonna have to have another rune crafting session, aren't I? Was it like that? Makes me 9. Makes me 18 and another 10. Yeah, that's all spare stuff. And that'll do it. And then we can just come down here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. That should be it. They're putting the wrong thing back in. I will go down and pick those up in a moment. But the next thing is going to be upgrading my ritual diviner to do dusk runes. And then the Well of Suffering is a very real possibility. Blink. Thank you. Didn't get them all. Oh well, we'll live. Pop that in there. And if we take our divination sigil, we should level 4. Perfect. Right, now what's the next orb? The next orb, the Master Blood Orb, requires a week 40,000 life. Well, you know what that involves then, don't you? More noise and more killing. I'll be back in a bit. And there you have it. Master Blood Orb. Which means that we've now, well, my current essence is very low. I do need to address that. So we'll top you off. And then we're going to need to make more noise and more slates, I think, because I'm going to need to, let me get my book. I need to go to my, well, first things first, let's have a look at my ritual diviner. To make the dusk ritual diviner, I need to make 2 inscription tools dusk with demonic slates, which obviously is the next stage up from the imbued. And demonic slates are a block of coal with 2,000. That's not too bad. But then we need to make the ritual called the Well of Suffering, which requires 36 crystal, 36 runes. So again, 36 slates, 40 40,000 weak activation crystal. Now the question is, and that's when we find out, was I right in that the keystone down here that this stone here, which will be the Master Ritual Stone, has to be within 15 blocks of the mobs up there, or is it just the altar? I don't know the answer, is the actual answer. I've read the text, it seems to do it, and I'm fairly certain I've done it before where the grinder, the mobs themselves were above the altar and not below it. But that really doesn't prove anything. So, yeah, what did I say? 2 coal, wasn't it? 2 coal, lots of... So I'm going to need some more stone because I really haven't got that much stone left. And... 2 blocks of coal, let's get them. I need some stone, I've got plenty of that. 3, 4. What I actually do need to do is go and get some obsidian, and I'd prefer to do that. I'm gonna guess that that is actually a flow and not, mind you, it's a bloody big flow if it is, or is it a hole down to... Basically what I need is a nice lava pool on the surface, such as say that one. That one is convenient for when I want lava for other stuff. And that one, actually that one there might be the best one. I like for buckets. Bucket. Let's go get myself some obsidian because I'm going to need a fair amount. And I'm going to use the fastest way I know of to travel. Dolphin speed. Yeah, it is ludicrous the speed you can get once we get into water. And I don't even need to be swimming, I just flat through like there's no tomorrow. It was down here, I think, wasn't it? Somewhere down in this direction. Over here, I think. There, perfect. And then we just swap back to Lava Charm because I'm playing with, you know, fire. Literally. There it is. Yeah, overpowered. I definitely, I'm not going to disagree that these charms are overpowered. That would be somewhat insane. The only problem with that dolphin charm is it hammers, absolutely hammers through the food. Maybe we shall just do that as well. And that's how you should always harvest obsidian. I mean, it is seriously and ludicrously easy this way. That is not going to play nicely though if I do it like that, is it? just do it like this then. That should give me, this should give me more than enough obsidian anyway, so bloop, and probably better not be stood on that when I break it, had I? Right, what we got? 96 obsidian, not bad. Do I want to get a little bit more while I'm out? Any obvious sources? Nothing screaming. There's a hole. Alright, you know what? While we're out, I'm going to go and have a look and uncover just some of this territory down here. Just because I'm going to use a teleport to get back anyway, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, hopefully that should be enough. I managed to find a little bit more. I also found a massive great patch of rooted dirt, so I dug it up because rooted dirt for the win. However, we do need to change back to Silky Touch. We do need to put that and that back away, as well as that. Got me a block of coal. Let's have a look. My bucket of water can go away. What was there? You know when you know you had something and you can't think what it was? That's going to bug me now. Oh well, doesn't have to bug me too much. I'm sure it, oh, I know what was there. Bound scroll. And I've got a whole bunch of unbound bound scrolls ready, and let me just find you to the storeroom. It's probably just the cheapest way of travelling long distance without using levels. So we got that, we got that. We need to go and do some rune crafting. I don't need you, not rune, well, some ritual stone crafting, and I need to fill up my blood orb and kill a whole load of mobs. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to get on and well, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, what have I got? I've got 53,000 in the bank. Nothing in the altar. I put in a dozen speed runes around the altar because it was taking way too long, and you know, that is the mod's answer to crafting slates and making them faster, is to improve the speed of your altar. So we should have now got ritual stones, and we need to grab you, we need to jump in here, and we need to make a lot of ritual stones. So that is what we will do. Bang, 40 of them to be precise. And then we're going to make a master ritual stone, which will leave me with 36. I also need to do that, which requires my ritual diviner. Boop. And then I need to set my ritual diviner to the well of suffering. Blink down. Take out this stone there and place that, and then take out all of this cobble, because this is going to become the ritual. And let's build myself a well of suffering. Now, before I activate this, because I really cost 40,000 to activate, and I have got 53,000. Of course, I haven't got my weak activation crystal. Probably should turn some of these guys on. I should probably put that in there. I've done this before where I've actually managed to kill myself. So definitely working up above it. That is some serious killage. Yeah, let me look at that. The well is working. I'm not entirely sure what my network capacity is with the Master Blood Orb. Let's have a look, shall we? $1 million. Okay. That might take me a while to get to. Or not, as the case may be. Well, let's let this fill up, and well, I'll be back in a short while. Alright, and that is pretty much that. The altar is not going down, my life points are not going down, the spawner is off, so yeah, and we can hoover up all this lovely loot. I'm not bothering with the arrows because I don't need them. We can get them anytime, plus I've got a Fletcher who can do stuff for us like that. So the question then is, what do we do when I need to sacrifice rather than... But I suppose it doesn't matter, I can just do that anyway, can't I? To fill these guys up. it really doesn't actually matter at all. And in theory I can take that out of there because that's fine, and it doesn't even need to sit in there. I'm not using the life for anything, so while there's nothing up there for it to kill, I suppose it would make more sense for me to stick it, leave it in there, or leave a blood orb in there. Not necessarily the master, maybe the magician. That way if a mob does spawn up there somehow, I'm covered. But yeah, that's a significant chunk of blood magic done now. I'm missing something from my slot there, and I don't know what it is. It's going to annoy me now. No idea. Let's just finish off by increasing my knowledge of hello death. I try to do this whenever I remember, but let me know what you think about the stealing of the ships and that kind of work. But I'll continue. Oop. I've got an obsidian. What on earth does that do? Don't know, but it sounds badass. So I will continue. No more points to spend yet. Still, doesn't matter. How to make this dock work? I may try and put another boat in, but maybe then adjust the sails so they're in a furled position, so to speak, rather than like that. And I'll have a bit of a consider on how we're going to make this look more boaty McBoat face, I suppose. But yeah, I think that'll do us for this episode, and certainly for a while with the blood magic. I think next episode I'm going to try and push the next tier of mage, maybe do a bit more of a solid build, and I might try and just throw in a few minor structures around here. How are you doing, sir? He's up to expert, and he's actually starting to get some pretty good traits. I mean, those are that 20 seconds of wither, intoxication, possession, over encumbered, and a living bomb. You wouldn't want to get shot with that. Not by any, not for any amount of money. And we still have got to continue redoing this, so I think some Botania might be in our not too distant future, just because it will give me an easier way to handle this. I have restocked I've restocked them with 3 golems. All my golems vanished, and I have not sure whether it's the Wickers, so I've gone in with a bunch of higher level golems all doing the thing, just made out of the parts that I had lying around, but they all have a fishing rod, so 3, that should be fine. On that note, let's call this one an episode. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bedtime, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.